Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Pegleg. Glad to see you all again after a week. Yes, surgery went fine. Thank you all for your well wishes and your prayers. I appreciate that from you. Only thing is, doctor said he usually makes 4 holes when he does somebody's gallbladder because they use a robotic little snipper and camera. They take the camera and go into your navel. Well, my navel, when your umbilical cord dries off when you're a baby, your navel's supposed to seal up. Mine didn't completely. They call it a hernia. He said hernia is just a fancy medical word for hole. So I had a hernia in my navel, so he said he's going to fix that when he takes the camera out, which he'd have to do anyways. Take the camera out, he'd have to sew up the navel. But anyways, I was supposed to get 1 hole down here, 1 hole down here, and 1 hole basically under the right nipple, breast, whatever, under there. But my gallbladder was so infected and swollen, which was almost twice the normal size, you had to come in through here too to do it. He said it was the worst one he's seen besides having to do emergency ones. So he didn't understand how I wasn't in excruciating pain, but I told him probably because I was married for 29 years, I can deal with pain. Anyways. Today's shave, we're doing my Sentimental razor from my Magnificent 11 from 2023, which is my Hagen that my mother got me when I was 32. So 1996. This is, the Hagens now were twist open. This is a 3-piece. See? 3 pieces. It's a 3-piece. I don't know if you can see it. The wee bit of overhang. In it, I have a second use Hagen blade. I picked the wrong brush. Dumbass. I was going to use my Hagen brush, and the only thing I didn't have was a Hagen soap, and I was just going to use my V&E Maine made barbershop, which I have my Victorian mug. This, I don't know if you can see it, is H.G. Tanner, T-A-N-I-R. T-A-N-I-R. Now, they used to buy these personalized shave mugs and keep them at the barbershop so that they knew it was theirs. That's why they got the personalized ones back in the day. This is from the Victorian era. Yeah, I got the wrong brush. Damn it, I was going to use my Hagen, but I didn't. I pulled out, because I was using the barbershop soap, I pulled out my Jequil Corenveo barbershop 22 millimeter synthetic barbershop brush. I'm a dumbass. Sue me. Alright, we're just going to load the brush up from the cup. Yeah, I should stop and redo this video and just do the regular brush, but I don't want to wait a half hour for a boar brush to soak, because I always soak mine for a half hour to make sure they're good and wet and don't absorb all the damn soap. So how's everybody out there? You all doing good? I hope you all are feeling better. I am feeling much better. I didn't bring the brush out enough. It's still too wet. That's okay. Sloppy soap is alright for me. I love the scent on this soap. Guys, if you have ever smelled Sterling's Barbershop, this soap, the V&E from eBay, it was $9 a puck or $9.50 a puck, I can't remember now. I think it was $9. It's just that much better. Of a barbershop. It's freaking fantastic. Super slick soap because it's glycerin based soap. absolutely fantastic. I'm going to dump that water out. I've been having it soak in my other Victorian era shave mug. I soak the brushes in that cup. I've got it on my coffee heater, little pad for heat your coffee cup that I used to heat my soap. I've got the brush cup on there to keep the water warm while I took a shower. And now I just stuck the brush in there to keep it warm. So I have warm lather. Gotta have a warm lather shave, guys. If you've never had a warm lather or hot lather shave, you need to try it. It's absolutely fantastic. So, let's see if a razor from 1996 bought at a Walmart or Walgreens or Eckerd Drugs back then for us, or CVS, where I don't think it was CVS back then, I think it was Eckerd Drugs. Bought back then in a department store can take off a week's worth of growth. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going, ooh, Hagen blade. I say that when a lot of guys use derby blades. I don't care what derby it is. I'm not particular to derby blades. I'm like, and a lot of guys, when they say, oh, I love this PAA Strangelip Platinum blade. No, those things are trash. For me. Work for you? Fantastic. Happy for you. They do not work for me. It's not for me to say you're right or wrong, but you're wrong. We all feel that way, don't we? I have a Vanderhaven twist to open, but this is, like I said, my sentimental choice. Because this was my first DE. My mom bought this for me for my birthday. Because she told me, I don't know what else to get you. And I know you're always complaining. You have a hard time getting your cartridge heads for your razor. So try this. Then I started having a hard time getting DE blades around this area. Not bad. Oh, that's nice and warm. Oh, that's hot. That's good and hot. There's not a lot left on my face either to whip this up on. It's got some. Not done yet. Give it a chance. Oh, that is so smooth. It's funny, I was laying there. You guys have ever been to the hospital and they got to do an operation on you? They come in prior to when nurse does with 50,000 questions. So I'm laying there. My legs are off, so I've got no legs below the knee. I'm laying up on the table. My legs are leaning against the chair just directly across from me. And she says, have you had any other operations besides this gallbladder? Really? No. I did this at home. This was home done. She goes, well, besides your legs. No. No, I have not. Not bad. That is hot. Hot, hot, hot. That's good stuff. Guys, if you've never done a hot lather shave, you need to try one. Tell you what, whip up your lather in a plastic bowl. Stick it in the microwave for 45 seconds. Then pull it out, whip it up again, of course, and use it. If that's the only way you got, do it. Absolutely flippin' fantastic. Heirloom piece, if you take, like I keep saying, you take care of your tools will take care of you. If you take care of it, it'll last you a lifetime. You don't go dropping it and banging it around and shit. It'll last you. Prettiest thing in the drawer? Not by a long shot. Functional? Abso-flippin-lutely. Just caught that again. I always catch her on the Adam's apple. I'll do some touch up right along the jawline and a little bit through here. Just the neck, you know. It has to be the neck. And gentlemen, that's what you call BBS. $19.96 razor. Store-bought. Cheap beginner's razor. It came with the brush, it came with a puck of soap, it came with a pack of blades. I don't know what they were back then. Probably a hell of a lot cheaper than they are now. I have a twist open Van der Hagen. It's okay. It's not as good as that one. The 3-piece is mucho better, in my opinion. I'm not saying the twist open is a bad razor. It's not. It's just this one is way more efficient. It's a little bit more aggressive. You see that hair? Not mine. It's brown. It's hers. Her hair is invading my space. Two passes on the head, with and against. Oh, this bathroom just smells like this barbershop soap. My fan's on, as you can hear, and it's blowing this way just to get some air movement in here. And it's blowing right over that puck of this cup of soap. I won't rinse that. I'll let it dry. You just let that dry. It'll relather once you apply water. I'm blowing my cheeks again, doing my head. Dumbass. So yeah, surgery went well. They told me, you're going to be eating broth all day after this, because my surgery was early in the morning, thank God, because they told me nothing to eat or drink after midnight. Well, I ate around 7 p.m. and I didn't have anything to drink after 9:30. Just because that was just the way it was. Not for any plan or anything, just the way it worked out. And had to be there at 7. Of course, I didn't get in there at 8. I got in there at like 8:20. But I'm laying there, and the anesthesiologist comes in, talks to me about some stuff. Okay, everything's good. Reaches over on the table, pulls out a syringe. Says, okay, you ready to go in for surgery? I said, yeah, let's get this over with. He takes a syringe, sticks the needle into the, well, you know how they screw it into the little fitting on the IV line. Screws it in and says, good night. I don't even think I got the words good night out of my mouth, and I was out. I was like, zone, baby. I was gone. That was so quick. There wasn't even a chance to count to 3. That was just like, he squeezed it in there, unscrewed it, and said good night. It's like, good night. And normally, my doctor said it takes him an hour to do a gallbladder. Hour 10 at the most, he said. I took an hour and a half. Because it was so infected and inflamed. Like I said, it was almost twice the size of normal. So he had a little bit of a hard time with it. Of course, after I woke up, a few minutes after I woke up, he came in the room and goes, how you feel? I said, lighter? He said, you should be in less pain too now. He said, well, I pumped you up with some painkillers, so you probably won't feel anything for a few hours. I said, that's fine. I said, I really didn't feel it before because you guys had me on antibiotics and painkillers anyways. So I really didn't feel it prior to. He said, I'm surprised. And that's when he told me, how bad it was and everything. Like, well, you're going to be on broth the rest of the day. He says, don't eat anything solid for at least 24 hours. I said, okay. He said, let your stomach get used to the gallbladder not being there before you put any solid food in your stomach. Well, the same day I had my surgery, my fiance was having her bridal shower. And a couple hours after I got home, the bridal shower concluded, and she's only staying right across the street. So she come over with a plate they had gotten Jimmy John subs, cut them in half or thirds or whatever they did for everybody. She came over with a couple of pieces of sub and some potato salad. I was like, oh, for me? Thank you. Freaking starving. So I chowed down on that. I was like, if I throw up, I throw up, but I'm eating. So I chowed down on that. I was only drinking water, so I don't drink sodas, so not on the regular. I'll have an occasional soda for whatever reason, but not on the regular. So I chowed down on that and kept it down. Not an issue, not a blurb or nothing out of the gut. So I said, excellent. But the next couple of nights for dinner, I just had oatmeal and toast. Just wasn't going to push it. And tonight, I'm going to push it. Because after I get done doing this and get this video start to upload, I am going to go make a pizza. A sausage pizza. I made the dough today already. The dough is ready to go. I just got to roll it out and top it. I might make a square pizza. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm going to push it tonight. She always complains that I don't get the channel in the back of my head enough. So I'll go over it again. That one's good. Alright guys, head's clean. Like I said, you may not like the Van der Hagen blades, but I don't have a problem with them. They work well for me. And I guess that's all that matters. You find a blade that you like that works well for you. This thing's plastic and I'm sweating his ass off with it. But anyways, shot of cold water, HomeLike shaving alum stick. Not even a tingle. So I'm gonna start showing growth tomorrow. 24 hours I'll start showing growth, because I'm not even getting a tingle out of this. So it's not a real close shaver, not really aggressive. It's aggressive enough to give you a good shave. I'm BBS on the face, and I could tell actually on my face I'm getting it about a sting all over the face at about a 1. So yeah, okay. More sting on the face than on the head. So, yeah, it did a good job. Did a really good job. And that's my sentimental favorite. The Van der Hagen 3-piece. It's my first DE. 1996. Got it for my 32nd birthday from my mom. So I can blame this addiction on my mother. She got me started in it with that. Actually, no, that's not true. I started it when I was in the hospital with my second leg. After that came off, and I found Mr. G's shaving channel. Just came up in my feed. I was like, what's this? I watched that and I was like, ooh. And I started watching. I searched out Paul H, Ken Shaves, all the big boys. Geo, found all their channels, started watching them. I was like, you know what? The theme I'm noticing here, all these guys are using $130+ razors. Nobody's using it. What about the guys like me who want to do it on the cheap? Where's a good razor for us? What's a good razor for us to use? You guys are talking about all, and I watched several videos of each of these guys because I was in the hospital all day doing nothing else. And I'm like, where's the cheap shit? And that's when I started. That's what I started with. I did my $5 to $10 razors, my 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 to 25, 25 to 30. I did razors under $30 that you can get started with, and I did that series. Not all of them. I did a Dickinson tape, witch hazel. I did a bunch of them, just to show you what options were out there besides all this $130, $150, $280 crap was. Of course, yes, I fell down that rabbit hole and I bought expensive razors, but not new expensive razors. The newest expensive razor I have is the one I used last shave. It's the McCord Vision 2000. Yikes. That thing is super, super aggressive. That's the most expensive razor I have, and it's the newest expensive razor I have. Everything else is expensive, like my toggle and my double ring. They're vintage, they're old, they're harder to come by, so they're more expensive. But those are ones I wanted in my collection. And I've got a little squirt bottle of V&E Old Tyme Barbershop aftershave. Guys, this scent is so, I say it every time I use it. This is when I went to the village. We didn't have a town, we had a village. It was small. Blink and you went through it. When we went to the barbershop with my grandfather, you opened the door. This is what you smelled when I was like 5, 7 years old. That is the scent we got. That is so, brings back so many memories. It's so fantastic. Aftershave balm is the Nivea Maximum Hydration, which I use most time because I've got a freaking gallon of this stuff. I think I only paid $8 for this a couple of years ago. I'm sure it's a lot more than that now. Alright guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for all your concern and all your prayers and get wells. I appreciate it. I am fine, a little sore, still sore. They got me wearing a girdle. They put this box on the table in front of me when I was recovering, and it said elastic support band on it. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I pulled it out and it's freaking girdle. And the nurse came in and said, oh, you have to wear that until your belly button stops hurting to give it support. I said, okay, so I got to wear a girdle. She said, no, it's an elastic support band. I said, it's a flipping girdle. Look at it. It wraps around my waist, holds my gut in, right? It's a girdle. She said, we don't call it that. I said, it is what it is. I'm not ashamed to wear a girdle if I need to wear a girdle. It's a girdle. Shit, I'm thinking about wearing it at my wedding so I don't look so damn fat. Anyways, all right, guys. Maybe I should wrap it around my head, right? All right, guys. Take care. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for your well wishes once again. I hope you're all safe and taking care of yourselves out there, because this, as bad as it was, I feel so much better now. Anyways, y'all take care. Thank you for joining me. And my Vander Hagen 3-piece sentimental choice of my Magnificent 11 for 2023. We appreciate your attendance and viewership. Enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there.